Yo, it's Guido. Good morning. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I think I gotta hold on. Sometimes I get the eyebrow horns going on. I got my coffee. I hope you guys have a good day and a good morning. And hey, you know what? A good week. All that stuff. Can we talk about this tank? Can we talk about the FV 4201, the T95, the Chieftain? First of all, why is it so small? It's a heavy, but it's T90, as they say. That's actually good for it. This tank, man. One thing, let's just veer off a little bit. One thing I like about field modifications is you can see what people have set up if they've done their field modifications. Naturally, Squash Balls from Clan Phase and his Chieftain T95 FV 4201 has his field mods done, as does every person who owns probably a T95 FV 4201, because why not? Why not have a larger advantage with an already clearly OP tank? I am willing to bet somebody will put down in the comments that it's not OP because it can be beaten. Yes, correct. As can every OP tank that ever came out in the game. Get enough people shoot it, and then yes, it can be beaten. It's not undefeatable, but it is clearly, objectively, provably overpowered. Yet here it is. In fact, it's so overpowered, Wargaming stopped giving it out for Clan Wars. Bit of a controversy. I think people expected it to come out this time for the Clan Wars, but nope. So their fix is to remove it from circulation. Too bad now it is still circulating, and too bad most clans require you to have one of these things. Can you imagine if, I don't even know if it's when at this point, maybe it is when, it is available again, the backstabbery rigging shenanigans that's going to go on. I suppose you can't rig Clan Wars, but there will be a kerfuffle. People trying to get into clans, bidding ridiculous amounts of bonds for this thing, whatever the function or format it is to get it, provided they don't change it. This is the poster child, probably this in the 279 early, but I think really this one more so because it's more flexible than the 279 early. Is the poster child for overpowered tanks that don't get touched for a lot of various reasons. And I don't know why. We're just going to let this go. I don't exactly know why Wargaming won't touch it. In fact, I would really be interested for them to come out and give us a clear answer. Not one of these kind of mealy-mouthed half answers. Something to the effect of, well, we want a reward to be good because good players are playing Clan Wars, and if they're going to take the time to play Clan Wars, then we want to give them a good reward. Well, duh, no kidding. Does that mean a good reward is an overpowered tank? Is that what that means? Right now, that's what it means. Right now, that's what it means. So we're just going to roll up here and stick our impenetrable turret over. I'm assuming, I didn't even look at it. Did he have turbo? I think he did have a turbo. So he just raced up here at Mach 14. This 705. He doesn't even care if he's spotted. There's no arty. He's like, don't care. Also, I didn't mention it, but he's playing against tier 8s. You know, this guy's going to get killed by anybody going right there, but he's going to get killed a lot faster. Oh, he bounced one. Wow. By a Chieftain with the reload, the turret, the accuracy, the turbo to go Mach 17. I haven't seen this game. I just wanted to talk about this tank. Holy cow, he took a hit. Took a hit. Took 2 hits. 2 hits. There we go. So into the side. Yes, the side of it is weak, and I think he took a hit in the side of the turret. Not sure where the FV ended up hitting him. Is that it right there? Yeah, that must be it right there. So he takes 2 pretty big hits. Decides to move around. Is the FV still up? FV hit him with, I guess, Hesh. Potentially HE, or maybe that's a standard round. Hard to tell. Can you tell just by looking at it right here? I don't know that, actually. I wish it said Hesh on the HE. Does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. So he's just going to blind fire where those guys were. We've got some serious APCR going on in here. A couple kits and some food. So what do we do about it? What does Wargaming do about it? Well, so far they do nothing about it. They don't seem to be that concerned. As tanks like this go into pubs and do what we're about to see here, 428 to him from that range, just poink. Fast aiming, nice tight dispersion circle. I suspect this is going to be another hit, probably. More than likely. Going to give him one more. We are kind of spamming just a little bit. I'll be honest, I don't know why he has 8 HE in this. Maybe that's some kind of Clan Wars setup or something. 8 seems like a little bit extra on the HE for this tank. He's probably getting to the point where he doesn't want to do too many more blind shots. We're just going to pop him this. Oh, he missed. Okay. Wow. Look how small that circle is at that range. It's actually kind of hard to miss the tank, provided there's not any ground in the way. Another shot goes in. So no Artie. He's not really pressed by Artie if he gets spotted. Guys on the hill are getting spotted anyway. Progetto 46 gets seen. Pulls back a little bit. Progetto gets nuked. Gets absolutely annihilated by 42 TDs back there. It doesn't have anything to do with an overpower. Oh, okay. Nice shell velocity, so didn't even really need any lead fire. He wasn't moving around too much, but he was moving a bit. This will kill him, right? Nope. Oh, wow. Okay. That poor guy, he's like, I don't know what to do. I have no... Oh, blind fire. Does it work? Oh, not quite. All right. We're down to 16 shells, though. We should be north of 3,291 hit points. I think there was at least one blind shot that worked in there. We've got a kill, and we're just sort of trolling around the middle, right? We're on proc. We're going to just keep poking up with this turret. The other team has no hope unless he completely overexposes himself. 50 TPs pushing up, so we'll just poink. There we go. There's a 412 off of you. Thank you. Oh, the 50 TP wants more. We're going to actually go after the char. Boink. Doesn't even really require much aiming. And we're almost reloaded again. The rate of fire of this thing is insane. Okay, right. Yeah, just right through the turret, I guess. Or maybe hit the hatch. Who knows? Just 4,503. So this game, I did look at the end card. It's a big game. This game ends up being not an ace. And I want to say we're headed to 8,000-ish hit points or something like that of damage. We'll just pop into the IS-7, right? Surely we just pin him at will. Yep, no problem. Right through him. It's okay. It's no big deal. The accuracy on this thing is absolutely amazing. Oh, he doesn't shoot the Kron. That's probably one of the few armor profiles he's going to have a little trouble with. The Kron could come up there and show that turret and give him trouble. And it's got a little bit better gun depression. Or a lot of bit. It's got quite a bit of gun depression on it. So what to do? Back to that question. I don't know what the answer is. It seems like a nerf is in order for the thing. But there's no way that's going to ever happen. Not with the outcry that would come from the Clan Wars players. And so we have a situation where we have this obviously clearly overpowered thing. It's just raging through pubs, you know. One answer potentially, there's a non-pen. One answer potentially is to not let it be played in pubs. Make it completely a Clan Wars tank. But, of course, I wouldn't want that either necessarily, to get a Clan Wars tank and then I can't play it in pubs. So that's not a great answer. One thing they have done is ban it from ranked. That's telling, right? Ban it from ranked. You can't even use it in ranked. Can't even use it in ranked. So you've got some haves that have it and a bunch of have-nots that would love to get it. I'd like to have one. That'd be nice. I have access to one. I have a sheriff's account. I've played it a couple times. It's pretty easy to play, especially in a situation like this. Extremely easy in a situation like this. There's no good answer except to nerf it. That's the gameplay, game design answer. And like I said, I doubt we get there because of the hue and outcry that will happen if they try that. There's multiple tanks that need that. I'm not going to get into the premiums. We're just going to talk about this one and a little bit about the 279 early because it's in a similar situation. They could both definitely use nerfs. Oh boy. Just enough side turret to kill him. And those guys weren't quite ready. He was able to get away. Nice job putting his turret towards, I don't know if you noticed that, as he was backing out, he turned his turret towards the threat where he knew it was going to come from. And that's part of why he got that bounce. That was nicely done. Clears off the 5-6 line minus the guard. The guard is shaking in his boots. We got 6,426 damage. 1,479. We did take 2 hits being a little aggressive early, but we've been able to manage our hit points from there and not expose ourselves. Guard's actually way over there. I thought he was going to shoot through that truck and kill him. That was going to be amazing. But he dies anyway. Guard's gone. And we're starting really to get a bit of map control, especially considering the positioning of the Blues. The Kron's forward, but the rest of the team isn't. We make a bold move across the middle right there. That's actually, oh, we got some guys lit over here. Very interesting. I don't know if I would have done this. I guess he's trying to get rid of the Kron, but if he gets, uh-oh, that's no bueno. Now everybody on the hill, and he doesn't have a whole lot of help on the hill, just a couple mediums. He is using these buildings to decent effect. Yep, now they're trying to shoot the buildings down, so he's going to try to back out of that thing. A little bit surprised he didn't put his turret towards him. There it is. And he gets away. Now they're not able to push up and over too much. It looks like every time they come up and over, they're getting spotted, so that may have been part of his calculus to push into the village, that the 2 mediums were doing a pretty good job of spotting. So he wanted to go get the Kron. He wasn't able to do that. He's dancing with the devil a little bit here with that FV. So he crosses back over and decides to come back this way. The 110's taking some hits there. 110 E3 pushing in. Actually, is he 100%? Nope, I'm a Muppet. He hasn't taken any damage. Has he not been spotted, or are they just bouncing? That's amazing. He must not be spotted. Now he's spotted. There it is, 489. And another 493. And, oh, yeah, now it's over. Sorry, 110 E3. You got good armor, but it's not that good. Looks like we're going to ambush the Kron. They're busy shooting the 110 E3, so this is not a bad move on his part. Takes him down. Dives low. Well done right there. And the KPZ hits his turret more than likely, gets a bounce. That is about as exposed as a Chieftain gets. When you get out in the open like that, you can get to its hole. Its hole isn't particularly great. But it is a low-profile tank. I mentioned that earlier, how small this thing is. Oof. Yep, there's that FV. The FV has definitely been his nemesis. A G-Sword is sitting over there, so we're in a bit of trouble now, kind of down this low area. Looks like he's trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, nope, he's telling him to push the hill. I had a game like this, actually. Maybe I'll put that one together with the Renegade. A similar situation, worked the middle the whole time, no arty. And I was the one who had to push up in here despite there being 4 or 5 tanks on the 1-2 line. There's the FV. A little bit of payback time right there. Puts a nice thump on him, tracks him as well, and gets lit doing it. Must be another tank closer by. Maybe the G-Sword, yeah. Probably the G-Sword sitting over in those bushes over there. After he fired. So you guys let me know down below in the comments what you think about this tank and what Wargaming should do. Just make it available to everybody. Just put it back into Clan Wars and say basically, look, if you can do Clan Wars and get one, you get one, right? That's the fruits of your labor. Too bad to the pubbies that get pub stomped by it, but sucks to suck. You know, is that kind of where we are with this thing? Does it need a nerf? Should we nerf it, bring it a little more in line with the rest of the tanks, because it is so head and shoulders above? There's the G-Sword. Do we do nothing? Do we let Wargaming continue with what they're doing as far as just saying, well, we don't want to give out anymore because it's kind of causing an issue. So those who have it can keep it, but we're not going to do anything necessarily about it. He's down to 8 HE. We're going to get a nice little HE shot at the end, and we just blast at that. He's trying to blind shot that guy. That's pretty funny. He's using the elevation that he sees. Oh, now he sees somebody going in. He might actually get an HE shot and a kill in the Progetto. Oh, he can't get a light on him. Oh, no highlight. I was looking forward to see that HE shell going. 8,204, 1,130, 2,115 assist. And it's not even an ace, my friends. It's not even an ace. Look at the base experience when you get to it. This thing is so ridiculously overpowered in pubs. Ridiculously overpowered. Even bad players overperform in this thing. And we haven't done anything about it. So should they do something about it? Should they leave it the way it is? We've had tanks like this in the past. Some have had something done about it. I'm going to say the WTF 100, WTE. When I say like this, I don't mean it was overpowered like this thing and was dominant like this thing. It was broken and it was an issue, right? So this is certainly a controversial tank in the game. Not if you own one. You'll love it if you own one. But it really is just an absolute monster in pubs. So what do you think? Is that fine? Good, bad, indifferent? Let me know down below. Thanks, Squash Balls, for the game. Really nicely done on that one. Good game. Took a couple hits early and then got a little more careful. But just kind of all over the place. Also a good example for everybody in any tank, a mobile tank especially, or mobile heavy, on how to use that middle ridge and move back and forth and support your team on all sides. This is why I like this map so much. Because it's not so channelized, not as much as many of the other tanks. It's as wide open as you get, more or less, in this game. And it's just a really interesting chess match of kind of map out there. So nicely done, Squash. Thanks for sending that in. It was a good foil for the discussion. I don't really have an answer. I suppose if it was Guido World, Guido Land, and I didn't worry about other repercussions, I would nerf the thing down a bit so that it came more in line with the rest of the tier 10 heavies and wasn't so powerful. And I think one of those things might be some kind of weak spot on the turret that was actually accessible. Maybe a little less good gun handling, although, you know, the Super Conqueror is supposed to be better, blah, blah, blah. He's got a lot of extras tapped onto it, you know, good equipment, purple equipment, bond, whatever it was that was on there. So he's got good equipment, good crew, running food. It's got the field mods going on, all these things that get stacked up on top of any tank and make it a lot better. But the baseline tank itself is quite good. So in Guido World, we would nerf it and try to bring it a little more in line with the rest of the tanks. Understanding that there's always going to be better tanks, because if we wanted perfect balance, we'd make every tank stats exactly the same and they all be shaped the same. And that's not the game we want. So I get it, but that's what I would personally do. Just try to knock off the edges of its domination just a little bit. Still, it would be a good reward, and I would make it a reward that people could get again. In fact, it's so old, I would actually make it available somehow to the rest of pubs. But really, if we proliferate it the way it is, if say we put it in the bond store, it's just going to be Chieftain World, you know. It really is. You look at tier 8, 9, and 10. It's a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same suspects nearly every game. Yeah, you get other people grinding other things and playing other tanks, but there's a lot of tanks you almost can't hit battle without seeing. Progettos, Barosks, at tier 10 this thing, or 279 earlies, that kind of thing. Where there are a lot of other tanks that you rarely see. So, people vote with their feet. Alright, that's all, and their feet go right in that thing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know what you think. See ya.